Aquarius, what's going on? Ooh, your underlying energy is the Four of Cups. Underneath that, you guys have the Ten of Swords. I don't read in reverses, guys, I know. But I feel like ultimately, guys, your underlying energy is indicating to me that there is a lot of things going on that are just the same old, same old. Nothing's really changing, but then there's also not really looking in a very unique spot. There's always looking at the Three Cups that you guys have, right? There's always looking at what you know and what you can see rather than what you may not really perceive to be behind you. So with the Four of Cups, I feel like there is an offer being presented to you guys that you don't see, and someone that you may not notice, someone that you may not even realize is trying to extend a cup to you. But also, they're not being very apparent. So it's not look, they need to be a little more upfront about how they're going to be giving you any sort of recognition that they love you or they want to extend some sort of offer to you. They need to be a little more apparent, right? But at the same time, you're not looking in the right spots as well. So it takes two to tango, right? So, and the reason why you have the Four of Cups there is because of the Ten of Swords. Something happened, something ended in a very, very harsh way. But ultimately, though, it's meant for the better, right? I feel like the worst was over, but now that the worst is over, you're working with Three Cups here and something coming your way that you don't see. Now, with your current state of being, you have the Page of Wands. So there's a small spark of excitement. Things are, an adventure happening. Things are really kind of getting a little more exciting, a little more adventurous. I really am happy to see this card because honestly, when I see the Ace of Wands, or the Page of Wands, I really feel like this is a new beginning, but not necessarily a huge one, but one that you guys have started on your own, and it's really inspirational and exciting, and honestly, it can really bring about some new ways of being creative. And it's a passionate, it's very passionate, this card as well. It's a spark of new passions as well. This also could be messages on news, especially. So you guys could be getting some sort of news about something. Or you guys could be making news, to be honest with you, right? Now, what your goals is the Six of Pentacles. So you guys are really wanting to get to a place where it's more balanced. It's a good, equal, give and take dynamic. I feel like you also want things to kind of, level out in the best way possible in regards to your finances, your home life, practical means of any sort, materialize, whatever. I feel like you guys truly want things to really work out in the best way possible, but also have a good balance with it. But what's keeping you from gaining balance is the fact that there is a lack of communication. There's a lack of things picking up. There's a little bit of stagnancy, I feel, when the Eight of Wands is keeping you from the Six of Pentacles. I think maybe things are moving either too fast or not fast enough. That's just kind of how I feel. That's how I see it. Either you guys are moving very, very fast right now and you're not seeing what you need to see. That's why the Four of Cups is there. Or things are not moving fast enough and you're not looking at why things are very slow. And the reason why things are either picking up speed or not is because of the Wheel of Fortune. It's meant to happen. It's fate. So, or this could be talking about a second chance, a second time around. Something's coming back up again for you to really, really reestablish and really, look at from a new perspective that you've gained before. So I really feel like the Wheel of Fortune is also saying that this will also change your luck in this situation. Maybe the reason why you have you're more excited about things, you're more passionate, you're ready to go, and you're ready to kind of start pumping out new content and new ways of being creative. It's because the circumstance is coming up anew because things are moving a lot more faster. There's a lot more passion flowing through the air. There's a lot more clarity in the situation. But to get balance, just to really, balance out the speed of everything that's coming your way. And that's how it was coming at you again. Things that are either was very slow or that wasn't fast enough or was too fast. Now you're having to really kind of, morph that into the balance that you need here. However, your advice is the Ace of Cups, which is very interesting. Your advice is to focus on love. Your focus is on beginning new love, is healing. allowing your intuition to kind of begin its growth on you guys. It's very interesting that this card would come up, because considering that the situation is looking like there's not a lot of there's no communication here, but then you got the Page of Wands. Maybe you feel like you want to communicate, but there's no communication back, and that's what's kind of happening again. There's not a lot of communication back, which is keeping you from the Six of Pentacles, keeping you from balance, keeping you from getting a good give and take. But your advice is to be open to love. Your advice is to be open to love. Things will happen in the way it's supposed to, it seems. It's going to happen whenever it sees fit. But the way to kind of fix this speed is to also have your heart open to love. You've got passion, and you have your logic here with the Queen of Swords in your feelings. But as far as going about getting things in the right order, balanced, even for you, honestly, getting balanced in yourself, there needs to have some opening for love available for you. Being logical, having all this passion and stuff is great, and drive to do what you want to do and getting to your goals in regards to finances, career, or whatever. That's great. But if you don't have your heart open for love, or heart open for anything, then it's going to be a little bit harder to really work with energy that is super fast or super slow, because you're only working with what you feel like you only need. Because this is like, at the end of the day, it's like he thinks all he needs is this. All he has is this, so he could just work with what he's got. That's all he needs. No, he's got somebody else here saying, hey, I can give you something else to really make things work awesomely, but you don't really see me. And it's not necessarily because you guys don't want to see it. Some of you guys may straight up don't want to see it, but some of you guys may just don't even notice that, hey, love is the actual last component. And not necessarily that you guys don't have love, but being open to love, being open to a new perspective, to a new emotional perspective, even, is what's going to get you there. Now, for your feelings, you have the Page of Swords. You guys are feeling very logical. This is not necessarily your card, but you guys feel like you guys are feeling very emotionally grounded. Well, not necessarily grounded, but you feel like you are detached, no doubt. Very detached from your emotions. You can see it, you can understand it, and you know why it's there, why you're feeling things. You're very, very logical about it. You're very Aquarius right now. And that's not a bad thing, honestly. Very, very awesome. You guys are able to see your emotions and not overreact, but you may have the tendency to overanalyze something, but at the same time still, it's not that bad of a thing, because honestly, as an Aquarius, you guys are the water bearers. You guys see your emotions. You don't live in them. You don't swim in them. You give back. You give from your heart, because what is water? Emotions, love, heart. You give back, but you see what you're giving back. You don't ever just give back because you don't know what you have. You know what your water is, what you're carrying. So one of the things that's really wonderful about this card, guys, is that you guys are feeling very detached. It can be a little difficult, especially when the advice is saying to be very emotionally open, if you're detached as well, though. Be open to love and not just focusing on what you feel like you only want, right? Like, there's something coming in. This Ace of Cups is coming in, and the advice is being open to it. Because it's there, it's coming your way, but you're being very, very Aquarius right now. So if you guys want love is at your disposal. You just have to be open to it. Now, your hopes and fears is the Five of Wands. It's conflict. I think it's conflict within yourself, ultimately, not really conflict with anyone else. Ultimately, I don't think you care about competition too much. Honestly, I think you guys could do with a little bit of competition sometimes. I mean, someone that can really challenge your thinking, challenge your thought, and really get some change going. I think, honestly, things are happening very fast, but things are also not really changing in a very fast and rapid and intense way. So for some of you guys, if things are moving too slowly for you guys, you may want some change. If things are moving too fast, you want that to change as well in a way that can really nip it in the bud. You don't want things to kind of stay there forever, but then you don't honestly want to be, stuck in turmoil forever as well. You don't want to be in turmoil. I mean, some of you guys may want to, really get in your head and really, figure out a solution or a problem. But ultimately, I really feel like this Five of Wands in your hopes and fears is indicating to me that you guys want to, you don't want You don't want to have inner conflict that's just kind of consuming. You know what I mean? I think you guys want change, but you don't want it to consume you. And then your outcome, guys, you have the 5 of Cups. So you guys want to shift your focus, or eventually you guys will shift your focus from what the problem is to love. The 2 of Cups there, sitting right behind the girl that's looking at the 3 cups that's fallen. It's a beautiful card because it really indicates that, hey, what is no longer there cannot be worked on. It's just accepting what has happened and recognizing the strengths that you have to make whatever you want happen to happen. You worked with the best that you did the best that you could with the knowledge that you had at the time, and now it's time to be able to move on and really take the world on for whatever it is that you want. Okay, Aquarius, hopefully that makes sense. Sorry about the noise and the music. A lot of neighbors, but if you guys can hear it. Okay, Aquarius. Pay attention to the red flags. All right. The signs are cautioning you. There's love coming your way, guys. There's love coming your way. It's coming in fast, coming in hot, or it's just like it's coming in a way that you don't really expect it to. That's what the 4 of Cups is in your underlying energy as well. Something that you don't even really see is coming your way because you're not really focusing on it. And it's the good thing that you don't focus on love. You just remain open to love. That's why the advice is the Ace of Cups. As long as you remain focused, as long as you work on you and look at yourself and really work, look at, what you want and what you need, love is going to come to you. But the thing is, maybe be a little bit apprehensive. It's going to cause love to be apprehensive is if you're not open to it. If you don't want it, it won't come. But if you do want it, it will. Here's your whispers of love. Ooh, wow. You and Capricorn got the same card here. Consider your foundation, okay? And it says that you're being asked to look at how committed you are to love. If you're not committed to love right now, why? And if you don't want love, why? What are the real reasons why you don't want love? I think, honestly, you feel very, very, like I said, you're very detached right now in your emotions. You're not feeling anything big. Like you can see your emotions very clearly. See them very clearly, but as far as love goes, openness is a big thing. Are you open to it? And if you're not open to it, why? Considering your foundation is looking at why you're not committed how committed you are to love. If you are committed to it, then love will be on its way because you're always opening to it. If you're not committed to it, you're kind of closing the window. You're saying like, nah, this isn't for me right now. I'm good. And and that is okay. If you don't want things to come to you, if you don't want a relationship to come to you, that's totally fine, right? Like that is what it is. The luck isn't on your side right now. But do understand though that if there's any real reasons keeping you from love right now, keeping you from a relationship to manifesting, it's because you're not really opening up right now. Emotionally, there's nothing that's, you're not opening up emotionally. Okay? There's not a lot of communication in regards to the love. There's not a lot of opening up to love. There's a balance that's needed here, but love is a big thing here. Love is the missing piece to the balance. And I think that dynamic is what's going to help level things out. But it's all up to you guys. Nothing's ever set in stone, and nothing's ever right or wrong. However you guys decide to live your life is the way it's meant to be lived. Okay? So I hope this reading helped you guys. I know it's a lot shorter than usual, right? Very clear, very straight to the point, I feel. But yeah, guys, I feel like, honestly, if you guys want love, it can come to you, but you have to be emotionally open to it. Right now, you're not. You're not emotionally open to anything right now. You're really just focusing on your truth right now and being very clear-headed, which is not a bad thing, but at the same time, Love can't come to you, or a relationship cannot come to you if you don't have it open or have a space open for it. So, and also, guys, be very careful about moving too fast, or moving very fast, or moving in a in a fashion that can become overwhelming. I feel like if there's not a lot of balance in your work life right now, then yeah, if there's not a lot of balance in your work life, then you have it's gonna be overwhelming. It's gonna get overwhelming. It's gonna lack balance here. And I think, honestly, with things being so rapid and so crazy and chaotic right now, despite how clear it is, it can get overwhelming. So just be very, very mindful about what you're doing in regards to work and everything like that, and you're not overindulging and going too crazy in your work. Okay.